everyone, welcome to a new live stream. Welcome for a new week. I wish you to have a nice start for the week and a beautiful day. So, let me welcome you, Shafi and Bilyak. So, let's see what do we have, of course, today. Shafi asked for Meta. Yes, we're gonna do Meta, of course, as a special request. With pleasure, bro. Here we go. And Felix, how you doing, buddy? Nice to see you. Nice to see you here, guys. And of course, we're gonna go with our main list: NASDAQ, SPX, and gold, Nvidia, Palantir, and Tesla. And we're gonna do Meta as well as a special request. So let's dive in. So basically, yesterday in the live stream as well, we made a live stream. I already mentioned, be careful if we open the market above this invalidation of bearish scenario. That means, of course, this has ended up, of course, as three waves zigzag toward the downside, and we're continuing simply for an extended wave 5, where you might have, of course, the 2.618 taken here from the wave 1 to the wave 2, and having a wave 3 extended to the 2.618 in confluence as well at the same time, as you can see, between those two fib levels taken as well from a wave 1 here for a wave 5, meaning if we take the fib levels from the wave 1 and we get actually from this wave 1 in the white scenario, and we get a wave 3 here, the target from a wave 3, therefore you would like to see, of course, the wave 5 hitting exactly inside those fib level in confluence with a 2.618. So basically, I would say 22k 800 would be a perfect fib level, guys. Would be a perfect fib level for a wave 3 in the orange scenario, where we might see, of course, a 1, 2, and then 3, 4, 5, where you have here 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. This wave 5 is extended as 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Here we go. Okay, so basically, everything works as expected. Once we said, of course, if we open the market above this price, therefore continuation simply toward the upside. And that's it. So this is what we get today. And I believe that this blue box 22k 800 is the target for today or for tomorrow even. And in a bigger overview, where are we right now? We are heading, of course, towards the potential wave 4 not finished yet. Yeah, so this wave 4, I would say, let me remove the targets for wave 4. It's too early for it. Yeah, so we're gonna see the target above first. So basically we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 unfolding. Now this wave 5 in the yellow is in the middle still of this formation of a 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 blue box today, tomorrow, and then we go forward for wave 4 here, and then of course we estimate again a wave 5 to finish this move toward the upside. Very nice for the stock market and NASDAQ. So let's see also the SPX, but before we do, let's put the time to keep it, of course, clearer for everyone when we watch it again. So let's move for the SPX. We are at 14 minutes, I think. Yes, 14 minutes. Here we go. All right, so basically the NASDAQ is looking nice, the SPX as well. Also yesterday we mentioned, okay, we would like to see a clearer 5 waves here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. And yesterday in the live stream we mentioned that this might be kind of like an ABC, because yeah, it looks like one leg, but internally you still can see here you have like double 1, 2. So you have 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What is your second for 5? If this is one single move towards the downside, so you have A, B, C kind of, or you have, of course, can be A, B, and a C, or W, X, and a Y, whatever you have here internally. It is a 5-minute chart, but very clear that it is not a finished impulse. Yeah, so this is the thing. Therefore, we move toward the upside as mentioned yesterday, and we would like to see, of course, a finished here potential, like, sorry, from here 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Yeah, this is very obvious extended wave 1, and then you have a wave 2, wave 3, wave 4 did not interfere with the zone 1, so perfect impulse and continuation simply for higher prices. Now, as you can see, we have reached already the first targets for a wave 5 here in the blue scenario. Therefore, The blue box is shifting for higher right now for potential 1.618. 6,227 can be, of course, the target. We have here a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, and we're gonna find some confluence also in between. Here we go. So we're gonna see the confluence of a wave 5 here, where we have, let's see, a wave 1 based on the wave 3. Well, yeah, it can be a little bit higher here, but I doubt it, guys. Why I doubt this target? I prefer this target taken from the main wave 5 of the blue scenario, because you have an extended wave 1. Yeah, you cannot have a longer wave 5 than the wave 3, meaning the wave 5 has to finish inside this blue box. Otherwise, something else is unfolding. Okay, meaning if you see, which I doubt it so much, but if we see the 1-to-1 fib level here taken, which is 6,242, here we go, this one above the 1.618. Therefore, once you break this up, this leg becomes longer than wave 3. This is not an impulse anymore, invalidated. Is it bearish? No, definitely cannot be bearish. It can be 1-2, 1-2, then you have a wave 3, 4-5, 4-5. Currently, I still doubt it, guys. I still doubt it. I think that we're gonna have a short wave 5, shorter than wave 3, and then moving for a wave 4 as expected. Cool. But let's just keep it as potential target. Okay, so we can put here like here, I would say confirmation for higher prices. Yeah, so at this level, 1-to-1 fib level, in case we take it, of course, which is 6,242. But I doubt it, guys. Again, we're gonna see something finishing inside this blue box, and as you can see on the 5-minute chart, we have kind of like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 somehow here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. So we might end up here by taking the high in the middle. You might touch, of course, the 1.618. You know, wave 5, you have to count simply, of course, the waves inside it to make sure that you finish a wave 5 here. Okay, currently we have 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to finish wave 3, and then you might have 4, 5 still. This is what we see on the 5-minute chart here. I try my best, of course, to figure it out. Yeah, but this is basically what we have for the SPX. Cool. So I believe stock market still looking for higher prices, still looking also for new highs. For the gold, let's see the gold. What is the gold doing today? Let's see the gold at 19 minutes. All right, so the gold today, of course, definitely. So the stock market is performing really nice. The gold has to show some red, right? This is what we used to see always, and yeah, we always see it also on this channel, in our live stream directly, and every time we have this, every time. When we see the stock market moving up, we see the gold moving down. Interesting. So what do we have for the gold? Anyway, it is already expected for the gold. So we have a 3 waves corrective. I'm not going to dive so deep today with it, because yesterday live stream was very, very deep analysis for the gold. So you can go back to the live stream yesterday if you would like to see the all-time history, the daily, and so on, and why we seek even for lower than just 3,000. So basically, everything's still working perfectly as an A. You're looking for a wave B here as W, X, and a Y. And then we're looking for a wave C. If you remember, I mentioned that this is very obvious 5 waves finished. And we would like to see tomorrow, which is today, some movement toward the upside. And this is exactly what we saw. Of course, we saw a move toward the upside. I believe still can be not finished yet. Yeah, I think maybe we still get 3 waves somehow like that, because this looks like an impulse, A, B, and a C toward the upside, and then moving continuously toward the downside. Plus, if we take the fib levels for a wave 2, you did not reach yet the 0.38, okay, on the logarithmic and on the linear, meaning we're still looking definitely for higher a little bit for a wave 2, and therefore moving toward the downside. Let's put some counting here since we have finished some of them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 8 diagonal is done and finished here. We have so far a wave 1. We're looking for a wave 2, 3, 4, and a 5. And this is, of course, gonna be the white scenario. And we're looking still, before moving towards the downside, we are looking currently for A, B, and a C for a wave 2. Okay, so basically this is what I'm looking for right now, this blue box. Therefore, minimum requirement, guys, don't forget, minimum requirement. Now in confluence for targets, let me check. So if we take the 1-to-1 fib level, you would like to see the wave be somewhere, yeah, not really deeper than this, yeah, like to keep up with the 0.38. Okay, if you want to see confluence between both, unless if it goes deeper, maybe you might have an extended wave C, or you might have kind of like a normal wave C, but yeah, it might even extend for more time. And therefore, here comes, of course, the timing prediction for this wave 2. So if we have a wave 2 time taken from the zone 1 here, and we have wave 2, well, yes. So basically, your timing for this wave might be between here, here we go, and there. Okay, this is the wave 2, 0.38. Perfection would be 0.618, which is 7th of July. Yes, which is next Monday, guys. So it might take, it might take time, guys. It might take time. So it can be fast. Nobody know. It might take the 0.32. So before this and start to move towards the downside. Nobody knows. But basically, of course, inside the blue box, this is what I would like to see. The price, of course, entering this area. Oops. All right. Let me just, here we go. Wave C, wave 2. Okay, in confluence, I would like to see this 1-to-1, unless you see 3 waves up, 3 waves down, and again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe it goes higher. Yeah, so just to let you know, this is only the minimum requirement where the wave 2s can start to move toward the downside, but can move from here, can move from there, but not from the 886. Hopefully we don't take the 886, because this, of course, will destroy everything again. Yeah, so it might be, it will not be bullish. Yeah, so it will not be bullish and it will not be bearish. If you take the 886, therefore directly we go triangle A, B, C, D, and an E. Okay, which is longer range, much more boring a little bit, and that's why we don't want to see something. We better to always see impulses, activity. You know, the market should always be active in case you want to make profit, guys, of course, from trading. Yep, so this is the idea with the gold. We're gonna see what's gonna happen. Currently, I'm corrective still for wave 2, probably looking for higher. Despite the red that you are looking at right now, I'm still looking for a wave toward the upside. Cool. So let's move to the next one, which is Nvidia. So Nvidia, we are at 24. Here we go. All right. Nvidia. Let's see with Nvidia. So Nvidia also is moving higher. Very nice. And we see, of course, a full impulse finished as expected. Yeah. So we were expecting this wave 5 to get finished. But currently, let me check this one. 1, 2, 3, 4 invalidation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Because we got a 1, 2, 3, 4 invalidation of an impulse, you're not in an impulse here. You are in 2 scenarios. Whether you are in 1, 2, 1, 2, wave 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, which is very impulse, or you are in a zigzag, wave 1, wave 2, getting another zigzag, wave 3, wave 4, another zigzag, wave 5. So simply moving, climbing somehow like that, okay? To finish a wave 5, and by the way, because I want to see, of course, this wave 5 finishing inside, of course, this blue box, okay? This blue box, which is, of course, your 0.618 1-to-1 fib level, taken from this wave 1 as orange, right? This orange wave 1 based on the wave 3 and giving us, of course, a wave 5 inside this blue box. Great. So everything also is working perfectly. I would say the wave 5 is not done yet. I'm not done with Nvidia. I think that we're still looking for highs. This is not a good finish, of course, for the wave 5. It took the high several times, but I think that it's still looking for even for higher. Okay, whether 1212, wave 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, or you are in a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Okay. Basically, I would say, yeah, much closer scenario can be, of course, the diagonal. Yeah, can be the diagonal much closer. I'm not sure how much bullish it's gonna be, because if you are wave 3, it's preferable to see, of course, a very massive move already starting somehow like this. How to know what are the key levels? Let's put some key levels, guys, to not leave you blind here. Which one? So if we are in a wave 1, 2, 3, if you are looking for a wave 3 in a diagonal, here we go. Those are your key level. Now wave 3 already hit perfectly the fib levels for a wave 3, which is already looking like a zigzag after a zigzag wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. It can be, guys. However, key level, if you take the 160, if we take the 1-to-1 fib level, meaning the price move and overshoot it, directly invalidation of diagonal, leaving us with only one possibility, which is 1-2-1-2. Wave 3 is unfolding 4-5-4-5. So exactly at 160, you can know exactly which scenario is unfolding here. If you are under it, you're still, of course, in higher possibility of a diagonal. Okay? That is exactly the key level. All right, so that was for Nvidia. Let's watch the price to see. So I would say also let's put this here for you guys. Here we go. So this is also confirmation for higher. Okay, let's put it there. Okay, confirmation for higher. Good. All right, that was for Nvidia. Let's see Palantir at 28. Okay, so Palantir. Here we go. All right, yeah, Palantir was already expected finished. Yeah, so I'm not surprised. We are not surprised. If you go back to our last live stream, you will see that everything was expected to move towards the downside. Despite that, the NASDAQ and the SPX are moving higher, Nvidia is moving higher. Well, we don't really look at it always from that perspective. We always see each chart by chart what Elliott wave says, of course, on every single chart. And that is, of course, our secret weapon here on this channel, because we are not influenced just by, oh, the whole stock market is moving up, meaning every stock has to move higher, right? So this is not how it works. So we have 1, 2, 1, 2. Potentially, you can be in a 1, 2, 1, 2, another 1, 2. But if you are in a wave 3, you should have already launched the rockets, right? So this scenario is a little bit outside. And another scenario can be, of course, 1, 2, A, B, C for W in the blue scenario. You have the X given, and you have finally a wave Y as well as a zigzag. This is a bearish scenario because you finish corrective, you're moving toward the downside. Now, we got some signals that it is impulsive toward the downside, but it's not necessarily to be really very bearish, like A, B, and a C, meaning you would like to see this low taken. It's a scenario, but it's the ultimate bearish right now. It's too early to call it. The final scenario is, of course, a finished impulse 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, where you have a wave 5 here as a diagonal, right? So we're gonna put this as in lines here as diagonal, right? So this is the possibility, and of course that I still see it perfect for this scenario. I think we have it as alternative here. No, this alternative is out. The channeling. I'm just looking what are the other. Here we go. Yes, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. So potentially, yes, we might have also here a move toward the upside, guys. After, of course, a wave 3 finished can be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and therefore you're looking towards the downside correctively. We need such a impulse anyway, because let's go back a little bit. We're looking right now for a wave 4 in the white scenario. Yeah, we're looking at 1 2 3 4 5 for a wave 1, wave 2, and then you got 1 2 3 4 and a 5 in the yellow finished, right? The yellow scenario, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5. Currently we're looking for a wave 4 after a wave 3 in the white. Here we go. Okay, and therefore simply continuation towards the upside. So I'm expecting, of course, $87 for Palantir to be reached, and of course taken from the wave 2 here. Now this is the logarithmic fib levels. Of course, on the linear, watch out, you might be on the 117. Okay, watch out also the linear, it might be finished at the $117. Okay, and that because, of course, it is much preferable to have the fib levels on the linear chart, especially for the stock market actually. But I only use the logarithmic to see a better waves. Okay, or you already see the difference. Yeah, you already see the difference between logarithmic and the linear, so it is much more nicer for Elliott wave. But for the fib levels, it is preferable to follow the linear one. So 117 is a huge difference, guys. Okay, 117 means like here. Okay, somewhere here. Okay, so this might be the target, or you know what, I can simply, to make this easier, here we go. Okay, I remove the fib levels only for the fib levels. So I believe this target can be, of course, the next one. Okay, guys. So we're gonna watch and see based on the timing. Always timing also is very important, guys. So here we go. Wave 4. Yeah, so I think yes, it can be done over there. All right, we're gonna see. Here we go. So basically, you have a very tense impulse here starting. So A, B, and a C. It can be deeper, guys. It can be deeper. So your next target can be 97. Nobody knows. But starting from 117, we need to watch this. So it can be ABC somehow like this. Yeah. Then moving toward the upside. Cool. That was for Palantir. Let's see Tesla. 33 minutes. All right. Tesla. So Tesla, as we mentioned also, we need to be careful always with it, because the volatility in Tesla is a little bit high and it's very confusing. But however, you know, the scenarios on the daily for Tesla are in this area that we might still be corrective, okay, or there is only one bullish scenario. But even this bullish scenario is not looking very strong, which is, of course, the diagonal 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. So this is the only bullish scenario that I see on the table here. Yeah, where you have zigzags, right? Because of the zigzags, you don't have impulses like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 as diagonal might be unfolding here as a zigzag in case only you are bullish a little bit here to take the all-time high. However, a higher possibility for Tesla is a little bit to move for lower Y, because the scenarios and the possibilities for sideways or for lower are much more numerous, meaning as probabilities, you know, when you have like 4 bearish or sideways scenarios, or corrective we say, against only one, therefore the probabilities goes much higher for the bearish, right? So therefore, if you have here an A, B, and a C finish, of course, at the 1-to-1 fib level, you started an A, B, C expanding flat. You have a zigzag followed for a wave X, where you have a W, X. Therefore, you're looking for 3 waves, zigzag for a wave Y. The wave Y can be also a flat, can be a triangle, so even it can be very sideways. This is what I'm talking about, like sideways. And don't forget that triangle need a zigzag anyway, as a wave A, wave B, zigzag, wave C, wave D, wave E, and then continuation toward the upside. Okay? Now I can of course confirm that whatever is going to happen is corrective and it's going to see higher prices, but it might take a long time, guys. Okay. Um, in case we move triangle, that will be horrible. But it can be simply zigzag and start to move toward the upside. Okay. This is a scenario. Another scenario is a triangle, as we said. The final scenario is potentially you have an A, B, and a C expanding flat. Yeah? 3 ways down, 3 ways up, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, 1.38, 1.618, ultimate bearish. Okay? Taking the blue zone, $50, $70, very also psychological. So we have to be careful with it. It's a scenario, it's the ultimate bearish, but it's not necessarily yet to call it. Before breaking this trend and before taking this low, we cannot call the $70, $50. But if you do break this low, directly you have to move and shift to the $70, $50. Can be even the 50 very easy to catch. Yes, so this is regarding Tesla. So those are the scenarios as bearish or sideways. I'm going to repeat them very fast. A, B, C, ultimate bearish scenario taking this high. You have W, X, and a Y finishing as a zigzag. You have potential triangle A, B, C, D, E even longer and then moving toward the upside. In W, X, Y, don't forget the wave Y can finish also in triangle, which meaning, of course, longer sideways. Cool. That is for Tesla currently on the lower time frame. I don't see yet like really bullish scenario, but it can be somehow. I mean, this is not an impulse. This is a problem. Let's turn on the. Here we go. We have ABC toward the upside. Now this is definitely an impulse, but look what do you have before it? You have 3 ways. So A, B, and a C. So already gave us the signal that you're moving up, but corrective, right? A, B, and a C, unless, of course, something like ending diagonal is unforming, is forming here like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, somehow like this, meaning this is a zigzag, somehow, yeah. What does it mean? It means that you're looking for the bullish scenario that we're talking about, the diagonal, yeah. Here we go, the diagonal. If that happens, of course, it can be, but on the lower time frame, I don't see yet a very strong trend. Now you have an impulse here, definitely 1, 2, 3, 4. The wave 4 is a very triangle, 5 given. So we're gonna watch the wave 2. The wave 2 here, if you are in a 1, 2, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once you get an impulse, right, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, that means you're looking for A, B, and a C. So we're still looking anyway, even if you are bullish, potentially you're still looking for lower. The next blue box is there, $300, $289, and we take it from there, guys. We're gonna see the reaction over there, what's gonna be. And if we move for higher, of course, now you finished A, B, so you have to move for higher a little bit, yeah? B and a C, right, for the wave 2. So you finished impulse A, B, C, continuation for higher. Unless, if you take this, 886, this is a key level, you're moving toward the downside. Don't forget, yeah? Daily scenarios. Cool, that was for Tesla. Key level to be watched and the targets that it might be, and the structure might be ABC, so you might see today a little bit higher probably and then moving toward the downside. Cool. That was for today. Let's move to Meta for your special request for Shafi. We are at 39 minutes. Okay. So Meta. Okay, that's a nice thing. I think it's already expected with Meta before. It has been a long time for Meta. Let me check. This is all 1 hour chart. Let me just organize the things. Here we go. Okay. Let's move all-time history first and see Meta. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Wave A, obviously this is of course the impulse that you are looking for. Wave 5 extended, A, B, C here for a wave B, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for a wave C. Meaning, here you cannot, you don't have any doubt that this is simply a zigzag toward the upside. Why? Because if you are in a wave 1, 2, 3, wave 4, boom, invalidation. Yeah, took the zone 1, which is not, of course, allowed. And that means, of course, you start this all-time history corrective, and that means you are in wave A. Now you see kind of like impulse here, but definitely this has turned into WXNY. I'm gonna explain. What you are looking at here is a potential zigzag. You have another zigzag, and you got an X here in between, okay, somehow. And that because, of course, in a bigger view, it looks like, oh, perfect impulse. What happened? Sorry, I think I clicked by mistake. In a bigger view, it looks like an impulse, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. But yeah, how that happened, like if you are impulsive downward and then you move up again, right? So you have to consider it corrective. Therefore, you get a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to finish wave 3, 4, and a 5, finishing wave 1 in the orange scenario. Why? Because you need, anyway, a wave C toward the upside. So A, B, and a C. Okay. So I would say that this is, yeah, be careful. It can be that the wave C has finished here so far, because don't forget that this is a finished impulse, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You took already the high, yeah, but we're gonna estimate still, of course, higher wave C. Okay, we're gonna see this if it's gonna happen. I'm gonna get some fib level here to get some insights. So the wave C anyway, as a zigzag, you would like to see, yeah, the wave 1, the fib level here, 1.0 hit 1900. This is again logarithmic, but if we go on the linear, you will see that you have overpassed it and you got already an extended wave C, 1.618. Therefore, we have to be careful again. You might have finished this wave C over there. That's why I'm mentioning it. And to make it much understandable, here we go. 1.618 wave C is taken, and of course taken from the A to the B to the C. Okay. Internally, let's move inside it to see if we are here still impulsive, or are we looking for lower. Let's get into it. So 2 hours chart. In this area here, okay, I'm gonna clean up a little bit. No need for this anymore. I think everything was as expected. Okay, here we go. All right. So starting from there, in this move toward the upside here, do we have an impulse? Well, definitely this is a 3 waves. Very obvious, right? Very obvious 3 waves toward the upside. Now we see, of course, something impulsive after it as 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. So currently, we still in an ABC. So far, we still in a big ABC. Here we go. And this here is your wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 even. 1, 2. Okay, let me dive inside it just to see exactly the wave. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Okay, here we go. That was the thing. So 1, 2, and we're looking at 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Yes. Okay, we got it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 for a wave 3. This is your big wave 1 here, and then you get a wave 2, you get a wave 3, 4, and a 5. Okay, cool. So this is, let's say this is biggest one. Let's put it in. Okay. I think trading view is lagging. This is a wave 5. Here we go. It took it now. So probably we are still, of course, in a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 impulse for a wave C here. So be careful. It can be that you have here a 3 waves up, A, B, C. Now, what is the possibility that we are impulsive? Well, it's very hard to say that we are an impulse wave 1 here, right? It's a huge 3 waves, but let's move inside it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's check. Yeah, invalidated. There is no way. Unless, oh, okay, unless you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave 1 A, B, and a C, wave 2. Interesting, right? So we're gonna add this scenario as a 1, 2, okay? And then 3, 4, 5, okay? So this one is also, we're gonna put it in orange. It is very possible also that you have a wave 1 here. Wave 5 still can be unfolding. You finish there for wave 3 here, wave 4, okay? So how do we know that we are impulsive or we are bearish? Because you can count here 1, 2 as a ABC expanding flat, and you're moving toward the upside. Or you can be, of course, in A, B, and a C. Now, of course, this wave, the next wave, because we finished almost like 5 waves up, the next wave, if it is corrective, therefore, it's a wave 4. Okay, if it is 3 waves ABC, we are in a wave 4, we might see a wave 5. Okay, and that means an impulse might be unfolding over there. And of course, this changed a lot, guys. This will change a lot. If this happens, you might have an extended, of course, a wave 5 maybe, or even like a bigger wave 1 here, because as we mentioned before, you have passed the 1.618, overshoot it so much, okay? And therefore, this means that this is a wave 1. We're still looking for something bigger. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, okay? So this is how meta right now might unfold on the lower time frame, guys. Here we still impulsive. Basically one more leg, okay? One more leg to finish a wave 5 or a wave C or potentially wave 3 even, okay? So why one more leg? Because you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, okay? And this wave 5 is unfolding as 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. So I would say even double legs, double 4, 5, okay? So you're still looking for higher a little bit here, okay, for meta. All right, guys, that was it for today for the stock market live stream. I'm gonna see you again in the intraday and of course in the daily close for NASDAQ and SPX. And I might do, of course, some other stock markets for some videos if I had, of course, some time. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. And thank you always for your support and for your likes and comments. Have a nice day. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.